President El-Sisi and Eritrean Foreign Minister Osman Saleh discussed the Horn of Africa, Red Sea, and Sudan developments. Egyptian and Palestinian prime ministers stressed the need to uphold the Gaza ceasefire for recovery and reconstruction. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati emphasizes Egypt's European Union coordination on regional issues. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Qnews, bringing you the latest updates from Egypt. President El-Sisi has met with Eritrean Foreign Minister Osman Saleh to discuss the Horn of Africa issues as well as the developments of the Red Sea and Sudan. President El-Sisi reaffirmed strong Egypt-Eritrea ties and commitment to further cooperation. Talks focused on regional stability, including joint efforts with Somalia against terrorism. The meeting also addressed Sudan's peace process, Red Sea security, and opposition to non-coastal state involvement. Egypt has firmly rejected any attempts to displace Palestinians from Gaza, dismissing media claims linking its stance to economic aid. In a statement by the Egyptian State Information Service, it highlighted that for over 75 years, Egypt has prioritized Palestinian rights and national security without compromise. Despite bearing economic burdens, Egypt refuses to trade its interests for incentives. The statement added that with Egypt declaring its stance unequivocally, the country upholds ethical foreign policy principles, ensuring its stance remains unwavering in defending Palestinian rights and regional stability. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and his Palestinian counterpart Mohammed Mustafa have emphasized the necessity of maintaining the ceasefire in Gaza to facilitate early recovery and reconstruction in the enclave. Madbouli reaffirmed Egypt's unwavering support for the Palestinian people and their right to remain on their land during reconstruction. He noted that the Gaza reconstruction plan developed by Egypt and approved at the recent Extraordinary Arab Summit in Cairo will involve further coordination with various regional and international parties, as well as with Palestinians, to finalize its implementation details. The Arab Islamic Ministerial Committee has convened in Cairo with the European Union's High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Kaja Kallas. They expressed serious concern over the ceasefire breakdown in Gaza, condemning civilian casualties and the resumption of hostilities. The parties called for immediate adherence to the ceasefire agreement, humanitarian access, and the restoration of services in Gaza. They emphasized the importance of a two-state solution and the need for international support for Palestinian unity and recovery efforts. Hamas welcomed the final statement issued by the Arab Islamic Ministerial Committee, which emphasized the need to end the Israeli aggression on the Gaza Strip. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati has highlighted ongoing coordination between Egypt and the European Union on regional issues. In a press conference with the European Union's High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Kaja Kallas, Abdel-Ati emphasized Egypt's commitment to regional stability, support for key European projects, and enhancing trade and investment ties. The first Egypt-European Union summit is planned for this year, focusing on a 7.4 billion euros European aid package, combating illegal immigration, and addressing economic challenges, including the Ukraine conflict. High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Kaja Kallas, has emphasized Egypt's crucial role in Gaza ceasefire talks. At a joint press conference with Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati, Kallas condemned the Israeli offensive, calling for an immediate end to hostilities and humanitarian access to Gaza. She also discussed the Arab reconstruction plan for Gaza and European Union support for it. Kallas reaffirmed the European Union's commitment to a two-state solution and highlighted concerns over Syria's escalating conflict. Egypt has moved up 2 places in the Climate Change Performance Index for 2025, securing the 20th position out of 67 countries, up from 22nd last year. According to the CCPI 2025, Egypt received high ratings in greenhouse gas emissions and energy use, a medium rating in climate policy, and a very low rating in renewable energy. On May 20, 2022, Egypt launched its National Strategy for Climate Change 2050, aimed at improving citizens' quality of life, fostering sustainable economic growth, and preserving natural resources. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has announced that Eid al-Fitr holiday for public sector employees in Egypt will begin on Saturday, March 29, and continue through Tuesday, April 1, 2025. The Prime Minister also stated that if the official moon sighting confirms that Monday, March 31st is the first day of Shawwal, 1446 after Hijrah, the holiday period will be extended to include Wednesday, April 2nd, giving public employees an additional day to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has held a meeting to review key joint initiatives between the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources. The meeting focused on boosting petroleum production, maximizing resource value, and advancing the mining sector. Discussions covered renewable energy, optimizing Egypt's energy mix, and leveraging its position for hydrogen production. Officials also addressed regional investment strategies, energy efficiency, and emissions reduction. Finally, they reviewed natural gas and crude oil production, emphasizing the role in economic and energy security. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has convened a high-level meeting to assess the progress of land allocations for new renewable energy initiatives, with a particular focus on green hydrogen. The review also covered the documentation of green hydrogen agreements and a roadmap for implementing various renewable energy projects. So far, Egypt has signed 8 memoranda of understanding and 15 framework agreements with 23 companies and consortia. Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy Mahmoud Asmat also outlined preparations for summer 2025, including ensuring sufficient fuel and natural gas supplies for power plants. He highlighted the expected role of new renewable energy facilities in reducing fuel consumption. The Egyptian Supreme Council of Universities has approved the Alexandria University Council's decision to establish branches of the university in the capitals of Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Greece. At the Supreme Council of Universities regular meeting, chaired by Ayman Ashur, Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, the minister praised the inclusion of 19 Egyptian universities in the 2025 QS World University Rankings and emphasized continued support for researchers to increase scientific publications in prestigious international journals. The General Authority for the Suez Canal Economic Zone has revealed the trial introduction of a new set of digital services designed specifically for investors. This initiative marks the first phase of the authority's ongoing digital transformation plan, which focuses on automating services and enhancing the efficiency of investment-related processes. The newly launched digital services include important features under the Investor Relations Management System. These include reception and consultation services, as well as investor qualification and project approval services. In addition to these, the first phase introduces a range of one-stop services. According to the Egyptian Meteorological Authority, Egypt will experience warm weather across most regions. The weather will be warm during the daytime in northern parts of the country, including Greater Cairo, while South Sinai and southern Egypt will experience hot conditions. However, temperatures will drop at night and in the early morning, bringing cool to slightly cold weather across most areas. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. President El-Sisi and Eritrean Foreign Minister Osman Saleh discussed the Horn of Africa, Red Sea, and Sudan developments. Prime Ministers Madbouli and Mustafa stressed the need to uphold the Gaza ceasefire for recovery and reconstruction. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati emphasizes Egypt's European Union coordination on regional issues. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments, and thank you so much for watching.